I'm so happy to have you here, guys.
Hey.
You're for the first time, just the second time. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yo! Bro! Stop! Stop! Don't you! Don't stop!
Okay, this is a portrait of a community very similar to Latino communities, especially nowadays. What did you learn about the struggles being Latino in the United States doing this project?
Oh man, I mean, I think what we're learning is now that the film is coming out, right, and getting to talk to people to get responses from other communities. We made this movie very specifically about Oakland, in which there is a large Latino community, and so that's also part woven in the film. But what we were doing is this very Oakland-specific story. What's fun about having the film out now is getting to come to places like Miami and have people tell us after they saw the movie, this is how this relates to us. This is how it's different from us, this is how it's similar from us. But one of the things I think we always hoped with what all artists hopes for with when you make something is that people want to talk about it, that it inspires conversation, and that seems to be happening.
Don't make me write you up for your last week. The judge will extend your time here a year.
That is the life we live in, and it's been since the beginning, and you know we stuck in that soil, loyal. Don't be who you is!
Rafa, how's to be the white guy with the Latin name in Oakland growing up?
Again, we don't have time for this. Complicated, you know. Again, because there's people are always going to assume one thing about you, right? And the reality is that, like, my sense of identity is much more complex. But like, until I was probably in 8th or 9th grade, all of my Mexican friends just assumed I was half Mexican, half white, right? Like that's. It doesn't matter how many times you explain it either. They're just like, yeah, he's part, you know. That's how, because we need to categorize people, right? I think it isn't until you're a little bit older that you're afforded your own complexity a little bit in that. But the reality which fed so much into this story is it's because if you're sort of a part of that Spanish identity, you know that can have any range of skin tone. And really this film is very much about, not about necessarily how you identify, but about how you're perceived by other people, right? And so what Miles and I have in common is it sort of doesn't, the difference and the fact that Miles is like a very American name and history and mine is different. We literally look the same and are perceived the same in those spaces, right? So I think the first main difference between me and Miles is when Miles says my name is Miles, everyone goes, that sounds about right. When I say my name is Rafael Santiago Casal, they go, you know, there's that, and then I have to justify my own existence for the next minute or two.
Okay, a memory of your childhood together.
A memory of our childhood together?
We met in high school. I mean, my early memory of Diggs is Diggs used to rock these pajama pants in high school, and these like, it's not a beret. What is it? It was like
I don't even know.
What was that hat? It was like a little.
Yeah,
thing.
some sort of like weird bucket.
Yeah, like a weird
hat.
like bucket hat and pajama pants.
Yeah.
It's really made Diggs stand out from everybody else, which is a nice window into who he is as a person. Because it's just like it's like I do my own thing and I totally pull it off, but it is my own thing.
Rafael was like this little tiny kid in the biggest, I mean like everybody, in the biggest clothes.
This is the 90s,
right?
people.
No, it is the 90s, so there's a reason for it. But yeah, these huge jeans, these massive shirts, you would say, button-ups. And he would get on stage and say the smartest stuff you've ever heard, you know? But it was just really funny. He was like too young and too hood to be that smart. It was like really...
Every time you come around, you monsters got me feeling like a monster in my own town.
I ain't no killer.